My team, the Bruins, they're getting the band back together for one last kick at the can. Everybody was waiting on Krejci, Bergeron. I guess they talked over Lake Como. Tuukka's wedding, by the way, looked like a fucking absolute slobber knocker. He was tearing it up on the dance floor. Krejci, 1 year, $1 million. Bergeron, 1 year, $2.5 million. And I honestly, I got a text from somebody who doesn't send me bullshit that Luch could be coming back because
oh my God,
Calgary, hold up, Calgary had to get rid of Doe, but they dumped Monahan's money. Now I don't know if that's still going to happen or if it was how much in process it was, but Calgary's still only $2 million below the cap. If they need a little bit more room, I don't know, man. I would love to see it happen. I know Lucci's happy there, but he does have a modified no trade clause, so he can't not get traded if they want to trade him to dump his salary, but. The Bruins got pushed around so fucking much the last two playoffs. It sickens me to watch their guys get face washed, but I don't want anyone fighting. I would rather see my grandparents' sex tape than Bergeron drop his fucking gloves because I don't want to see that at all.
He's not going to be fighting.
I'll make you a promise. If they get back Lucic, I'll fuck my mattress on OnlyFans.
Yes.
And I'll pop a 20 milligram Cialis before I do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, I would do that too if I were you. Maybe they make it look a little bigger than it actually is.
Yeah.
Listen,
the fisheye lens on.
I did want to shout out quickly. We quickly glanced over. Great job by Kent Hughes in Montreal to grab a first rounder and take on 1 year of Monahan's deal. Yeah. That was phenomenal work by him. And in terms of the Bruins, it's weird. It's like, it's awesome. Krejci's coming back and the Bergeron's get the 1 more year. And who knows about Lucic, but I mean, they're not even a lock to make the playoffs. The fucking team, half the team's going to be out till Christmas, it seems like, or at least November. You got Marchand coming off injury. You got McAvoy coming off surgery. You got Grizzly coming off surgery. Yes, Krejci will be back. Bergeron will be back. But after that, I mean, maybe they're able to kind of tread water. The team gets healthy as 2023 comes. They go on a run. They get in the playoffs. You never know. But it's also tough as a Bruins fan to look if you're a diehard season ticket holder and say, "Oh, what'd you do this offseason? Oh, we brought back a 38-year-old that used to play for us." I mean, it's like they didn't really do anything.
The Athletic.
I think you should get shanked in the streets of Boston for being so kind of negative about this topic.
I'm being honest. I'm not a Bruins fan. You don't think there's Bruins fans out there disappointed with the offseason?
How could you be possibly upset about the fact that your captain and leader came back at the discount he came back at?
That's great.
Which I mean, you want to dive into Berge? Like, what does that make you feel as a fan, RA, when this guy says, "I'll take $2.5 million to come back"? Probably ensures that Krejci's coming back, although that probably had a lot to do with the fact that Bruce Cassidy wasn't back. And I think that more of those types of rumblings seem to be coming out as to the reason why Krejci ended up leaving.
He actually poo-pooed that in his press conference. He said, no, it had nothing to do with that. He said Cassidy had no bearing on it. And I don't know if he had his mind up made before that, but I guess Bergeron said to him in Italy, like, let's want to go one more time. And he said, yeah, no, I don't know if that was the last thing he heard to make him sign, but he pretty much shit on that Cassidy stuff because Cassidy didn't like the young guys. He didn't have a really problem with the veterans. So I think he just wanted to play over and check for a year. And listen to it, the guy's still
so Krejci agreed to this when they were crippled on the dance floor.
Yeah, when Tuukka was
like, dude, did you see Bruins diehard Grinelli's hat? We have to go back and give it a go.
Gee, what were you going to say? I know you want to jump in there a second ago.
I was just going to say I'm 100% on Biz's side. There was nothing else this team could have done this offseason. Like, what else could they have done that could have made this team better than what they have going into next season?
Well, also, other than maybe lock in Pasta, which seems to be the big question here.
That's next. That's what you got to do next.
But if you're a Bruins fan, you got to be excited at the fact that they've learned from the past where they understand that, like McAvoy, they paid him. Like he didn't really have to take a hometown discount at what he'd done and accomplished. So I think that they're going to know. And once that, if this is in fact Bergeron and Krejci's last year, they will have that money to pay Pasta and kind of refuel. I'm just excited because the topic of bringing the band back together was really focused on Pittsburgh and what they were able to do. I look at these two teams as comparable, where we're going into, I would say, a little bit bigger window for Pittsburgh, probably 2 more years to try to lock in their 4th cup, which we'll get to Gino's birthday cake for his kid in probably another 5 minutes. But to bring back Krejci, you got your second line center, bumps Coyle back down to third line. very respectable third line center. Then, of course, you got that line, the big dogs who are going to be back together, who know each other. They're like the Sedins. They know where each other are going to be on the ice nonstop. You got Swayman the goaltending, and we already know what's going on with the decor. And I don't care who thinks they overpaid for Lindholm. But they have a very competent top four with some great lunch bucket style players in the third and fourth line positions and their bottom pairing D. So everybody loves to bring up the age factor now, RA. Experience is a good thing. Great. Some teams have, better legs and they're fresher out there. Dude, if anything, those injuries where these guys won't be playing hockey in the first 2-3 months of the season is going to benefit them. They're going to be all horned up to get after it after Christmas time. And I think that this team could go on another run. I think they have
just remember their division is Tampa, Florida, Toronto, fucking Buffalo's better, Ottawa's better. You fucking guys sound like the biggest homers. This is the Jack Edwards podcast with Ryan Whitney on the back end. Like, what the fuck am I listening to right now?
Dude, I mean, they're a way better team than Ottawa.
The Czech League last year. It's like the fucking... He was like the Southern Professional League.
I went to the EIHL for a few months.
Yeah, and then you were doing a podcast a year later.
He was hardly a stiff, though, 2 years ago. He was still playing at a high level. I mean, they got a great 1-2 punch up the middle. It's, I don't know, what, top 5, top 7 in the league, maybe, for centers. And, you don't have no disrespect to Hall, but, I don't think he was ideal for the 2C role in the Bruins.
I think Montgomery's a big deal, too, because I think he's a great coach that guys really like playing for. So exactly. I'd like to see my boy Wags get a chance. They sent him down to Providence all year. Maybe get a little muscle on the fourth line with him, RA. Yeah, they need some, man, because you can't be getting bitched around like that. I mean, look, nobody messed with Gaudreau and Tkachuk in the playoffs. You got Lucic is a deterrent, man. Guys don't fuck with a guy like him on the bench, whatever line he's on.
I love the idea, RA. I love the idea.
Yeah. And Pavel Zak, another guy they got from Pasha's team, Jersey. He can go anywhere in the top 9.
Oh, great. Bring it over that losing culture. Get rid of him.